Hey, Alicia. Hi, Sakura. How are you feeling, Sakura? Hi, Rhonda. Hi, the Brian Clan. Hi, JLs. Hi, Patty and Jack. Hi, Mary Kim. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Ann. Hi, Evie. Hi, KS. Hi, LA Lady. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Dars Cabins. Hi, Isabel. Hi, Laura Stewart. Hi, Miss Mary. Hi, Nanette. Nanette, where in New York are you? Hi, Flower Girl. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Mystery. You're up by Binghamton, is that correct? Hi, Sunny. How are you? You're watching... do you mean... are you talking about the Amber Guyger trial, Alicia? Okay, yes, okay, that's what I thought you were trying to say. Okay. You're waiting for an anti-inflammatory. Oh, wow. Too bad. You have nothing to take in the meantime? Hi, Rochelle. Hi, L. Jackson. Binghamton, Johnson City. Okay. Hi, Tam. Hi, Evie. You asked me about that alpaca farm, and yeah, it's above Roscoe, but it's technically Roscoe. It's not in the town proper, you know. Hi, Deb on the move. You know the Italian restaurant on the corner there in Roscoe there, Nanette? You mentioned the Roscoe Diner, I heard. Hi, Roya. Hi, Laura. Who else did I miss? Mystery Truth Seeker. Jew. Barbara Seaglass. Deb on the move. Alethea. Debbie Loving Vapes. Hello. Shock. Hello. Lisa. Hello. Sakura. Wila Wick. Rochelle. Patsy. Offline? We're not offline, Lisa. Oh, you just know the Roscoe Diner? Oh, near New York City? You mean Woodbury Commons, correct? Or do you mean Secaucus? You saw Tim Jones. Tim Jones. How are we on Tim? Did it not put the new headline? What do you mean, Rhonda? Tim Jones got... Yes, he was... He has the death penalty. It's supposed to be in October, but it's not going to happen. You know that, right? But last night we were talking about the aftermath that the jurors were facing. Oh, sorry to hear that, Evie. Hi there, Sarah. Woodbury Common, okay. Hi, Amy. Hi, Mrs. Mick Jagger. Hi, Lady Bud. Hi, Hetty. Rhonda. Got Patsy. Michelle. I feel like I forgot Carol Clark there. Kathy. Hi, Tamlin. Did I get Brenda? If I missed you, I'm not intent. Joe Cana. Roya. Let me see. If I missed you, I have to use my magic mirror and say that I see you too. Jeannie. You're not late. Pat Miller. Hello. Evie. Grace. Okay, so you didn't get it. Okay. Where are my glasses? They're right here. Harley, Teresa. It's not my glasses. It's just there's a lot of chat moving. Like a lot of names come in all at one time. Sunny Bunny, I can see it. That just fine. Where are we? just that it keeps moving. Elise, hello. Anyway, so okay, not that I don't want to get into it, but I have really had plans. I never got to do any of the things that I said for today because when I got up, Zoe wasn't doing well, and she's not doing well. Not doing well at all. So for the majority of the day, she was just, I was just holding her in my lap, doing nothing else. So yeah, it's been rough about that, and then that just puts me behind the eight ball and everything that I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't want to get into it, so let's not go there, but I just want you to know that that's like a lot of what was happening. So this looks like this because I didn't do anything today. I sat and held Zoe today, and that's it. And I didn't do my hair. I didn't do anything. Yeah, Teresa, I am. Today's the first day she didn't eat, so she wouldn't even eat filet mignon. So, but I don't want to go into it. Okay, so Deb, Shady Lady, hello. Matthew, hi. So if I missed you, if you're writing emails to me and I'm not responding, it's because this is all going on. And I have this and I have that other thing that I was supposed to meet with my sister about that I wasn't able to. So I have a lot going on behind the scenes. So but today was just, I didn't look at anything. I tried. I know a bunch of you sent me emails. Don't think I'm ignoring you, but I can't. Yeah, but see, Grace, and sometimes people don't understand that, and they think I'm ignoring them. And then they get upset. And I don't want anybody getting upset thinking that I'm ignoring them, because I'm not. I just can't get to the emails. To Scooter, it is what it is. But so anyway, I'll tell you what I did. I don't know how, but I know what it was. Somebody asked me in a comment. Was it a comment? It was either a comment or a message that came in. If I would see, last night when I told you, hi Tanya, people are, thanks, time for a change. Thanks, Nadia. People are just getting into the Watts case. I had somebody email me, and you know what the funny thing was? They didn't even send me my video of the of that interview in March, right? They sent me somebody else's, and they said, and I just love that because I'm like, well, if you're listening to that why don't you ask that person, But okay, so anyway, they sent that video to me and said, hey, can you go to like 8 minutes in or something and listen to when, can you believe that Tammy says that, yep, there was Nikki in the basement. And see, this is how misinformation, we just talked about it last night, right? Misinformation gets spread. This is exactly how. So I'm like, wait, I know she didn't say that, right? So anyway, I go get my video and I listen, and I said to this person, I said, I have this video on my site, here it is. And if you want to go listen to it, it doesn't say that, yes, we know Nikki was in the basement. That's not what she said. Because they're talking about when Coder said, what should we say to people, or what do you say when people tell us that we should look into Nikki more, Nicole Kessinger, that she might have ordered a hit, and then Tammy says something like, yes, people say, oh, she was in the basement. They ignored that whole people say, and they latched on to, and I don't even know if this other creator intentionally cut something out to make it sound like that. I didn't even go into that, okay? But I wrote back and I said, she doesn't say that they know that she was in the basement. And I explained just what I explained to you. Darth Cavins, don't worry about it. We'll be on another topic soon. So just, that was like the one thing when I was sitting there, I was just like, I can't believe it. But then I'll tell you what happened. When I went to play my video for her, that video started playing of mine. And you know, it's like 8 hours, I don't know how many hours, 5 hours or something, right? So I let it play. And, you know, I was there with Zoe. And then I did go for a bike ride because I had to go for a bike ride to clear my head. And when I got back from the bike ride, it was still playing. But when I was listening again and having read Cindy's stuff, when Cindy mentions in the book that, when she heard Chris say that she was hesitant, Cindy was hesitant about the whole relationship with Shanann, he says it verbatim. Like, I think Cindy is so much like Chris, and maybe I never realized how much, because they both latch on to certain words, and I think that's all about how Chris does that, how he can tell a story exactly the same because there's really no emotion behind it. I couldn't tell you a story exactly the same, and a truthful story too. Like something, it doesn't matter if I tell you that I just went down to the post office, I got the mail. I'm going to tell you something different because I'm a very emotional person, and each time I'm going to add something else that happened, or I left out something that happened, but it's going to be the truth. But I don't tell anything like a script, okay? And that's what I always found unbelievable about Chris, because he tells the same story. And I was just thinking, I was listening to that, right? And they supposedly came without any warning for him, right? And then they started asking him questions, and he started going back in it and going through it exactly the way he did before. It wasn't like, I swear to you, if someone came out and said, hey, would you tell me about July? And what, July, okay. And then I'd have to think of like things that I could try to, like, I'd think of fireworks. Okay, when was the fireworks? Where was I then? That was the 4th. You know, he is just snapping it off, and it's exactly the same way all the time when it's crazy. So now that I see how Cindy is, it's the same way, and it's because they don't have any emotion, and that's why they latch onto a word and they keep saying it, and they get these words, and so she's using his words, he's using her words. They don't mess up. They say exactly the same thing. So she was in his ear more than anybody. Yeah, but you know, you'd think that, you know, and then there was that thing where they didn't really supposedly get along, and everybody's saying he's so much like Ronnie. But then she says in that first interview that he's a lot like her. She was very socially awkward. So they don't have social skills, but they don't have any emotion in anything they tell. They're robotic. And then so they go on a little, it's like a memory track or something, like the Twilight Zone people. Because I can't do that. I cannot do that. And I'll tell you something else. This is, I don't know if this is on the same wavelength. Let's say, this has always been the case for me, whatever it is. Let's say you get into an altercation with somebody, doesn't matter who, right? I'm such an emotional person in that I can never remember verbatim what happened. I can remember if someone says something that really ticked me off or was insulting, and I can remember, you know, a gist of it. But let's say you see me 40 minutes after that and you say, hey, what happened there? You know those people that can go, oh, okay, well, here's what happened. Susie walked in the building, and then Matilda came in the building, and then Matilda got really upset, and she said, I can't even remember a lot of the words. I don't even remember what I myself was saying. I can give you the gist of it, But can I give you verbatim what I said? No, because I was like too emotional, too into it. And like I said, I can give you the gist. Yeah. Whatever. Susie Miller came in here and she said that I stole her mail out of the mailbox, but it's not going to be that I remember every word she said. I remember the sweater she was wearing. I remember that first she put her mail down, then she picked it up, then I wrote in my book. I've never been one of those people. I really would make a terrible eyewitness. I would, because I can analyze things, like I'm good at that, but if someone came like running through a bank or something, I can't. I don't bring everything back like that. And I've always been amazed at people that can, and people that can recant it, like just without, it's crazy. So you remember a lot of things verbatim from 40 years ago. Oh yeah, Alicia? Good morning, Prince of Heza. And a police, because I'm, right? It would be different every time. Or that I can't even remember, right? Like, I don't know, like, let's just say, like, did you have a fight with your sister? Well, I don't know if you'd call it a fight. I don't know. She said that I left something in the washer, but, well, do you know what you left in the washer? I think it was my pink pants. I don't even know. What did you say? Like, I could just, I can't. You could not even tell an artist right. And I'm terrible. I'll tell you, if you're go to eat with somebody, right, and you're engrossed in the conversation with them, do you know so many times I can't even remember what the waitress or the waiter looks like for a long time, unless they really stand out for some reason. But a lot of times, like, I'm not looking that much at it, and I'm either talking to the person I'm with, or I'm looking at the menu, and I can see. But then if I go to look for them, I'm like, was that one our waitress, or is that one which one? And I'm just like, I would be terrible, because somebody could run in and say, hey, the lady that just got your drinks? She just killed 2 people in the parking lot. Do you remember what she was wearing? I'd be like, not really. You remember her eye color? No. That's why I'd be terrible to do a sketch or something. You can remember details about the past, but not why you walked into a room. But see, like, stuff like that, I can remember, like, things from my past. I can remember stories, but see, I remember, like I said, the gist of it. I might not remember what every single person, their exact words. You'd be the same. Yeah, I'm terrible like that. You never notice people waving from cars, Boxer? Same, Rochelle? Terrible with noticing details, but some people are just like, they notice everything, right? They notice everything. Oh, you're not that late, Lacey. Hey, Janelle. Hi, Ella Lady. Hi, Linda. If a witness on the stand repeats the same story, yeah, right, Sakura? Good. I'm glad you say that, because that's like Jodi Arias, right? Do you remember when she was going, and then I went to Starbucks, and then she said what she got, that strawberry frappuccino or whatever, and he's like, well, how do you know what you ordered, the strawberry? Because I get that every time. She had because I get that every time. Of course I know I got a strawberry frappuccino. I get that every time. But she knew everything, right? Didn't she drive you insane? I'm like, who remembers this stuff? Not even looking at a calendar or anything. What did you do on the 14th? Oh, we went hiking then. And yeah, I had the large backpack. I packed, I think it was 56 items in that backpack. Asked if she could replace you as my... Oh my goodness, the trolls are back. Now they're picking on Maui Chickadee? Okay. Hi, Nana. Hi, Kathy. You used to remember details after your husband died. You felt like you lost a lot of your memory. It's almost been 25 years? Really? Girls in your sorority noticed the designer. Yes, right? I hear you, Alicia. Hi, Sassy. You can't even remember what you did yesterday. You don't really remember. I mean, those days kind of meld together unless it's either a holiday or it's something that you did something really special, right? They always pick on who? Jodi Arias? Peggy Sue? Who? Oh, Maui? He died at 37. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that. They better not pick on you 9 months. Sorry to hear that, Linda. You're 9 months since you lost your husband. Don't they remember last week? Yeah, I don't unless... And then sometimes I can. I'll be like, okay, well, what day did I go to ShopRite or something? And then I have to really think about it. So anyway, so that was the thing. So I'm just surprised. He just was right back with the same thing, remembering each day exactly what he did. Okay? And it's scary, but yeah. And I think Cindy is a lot like that when you hear her tell these stories, right? So that was playing the entire time. And what was the other thing I heard? Oh, the other thing I heard that irked me is that he said that after the Nutgate, remember he called it, he said he didn't think his mother or sister could ever forgive Shanann for that. Ever forgive her. So, oh, why put it back together? Because they could never forgive her. Because they're such... See, and then people will say they're such good Christian people, right? Well, aren't good Christian people supposed to forgive 7 times 7 times, right? 7 times... And he, right? He supposed to have, at that point, discovered his Christian faith again, right? And he's sitting at the table saying, I don't think my mother or my sister could forgive her. Huh. You write things down and you still can't remember. I know, it's scary. But it's scary. I can't even remember, when we got the turtle and I was trying to think, what day he got active, and it was 2 days later, and I couldn't remember if it was the day before or we got the tank. I couldn't even remember that. It's scary. I couldn't remember which day it was, and I couldn't remember little details about that. So it's nuts. And it was driving me nuts because I was trying to remember when he got really active, that we decided to get the tank, and I couldn't remember. I think Cindy Watts' book, damaged her more. Oh, it definitely did. I wonder if she's going to go through with it, because the message I got from somebody that's very close to her claims that was not supposed to be released, and that was going to be edited, and it wasn't going to be in the book. So we shall see. We shall see. If they have any sense in their heads, they'll tell her to forget this. They'll tell her, just scrap this idea. This is not a good idea for you. If you truly want to get people not to look at you with absolute disdain, you better stop this. Cindy was, yeah, they were very jealous. To be jealous because your daughter-in-law was successful, and then to try to think, she had a big house and you should be happy. You should be happy she's independent, and that she wasn't going to, that she was going to, I don't know. People are nuts. Hi, Lady Hawk. You're not too late. So let's go to the, now where do we go with that? Amber Guyger, guilty, right? You all heard that, right? Guilty. And now they say, though, that there's some kind of a, I don't know what you call it. Segura, you might know, where she can end up getting She could say something. I haven't been following this, but I heard the guy something about passion, and then it can be brought down to almost like a manslaughter, where it will be 2 to 10 years. Is that's what I hear now? If she goes with that, the nut incident, Julie. Did you hear that? And now it's in the punishment phase, you know. Free speech might think you remember things 40 years ago, but it may have changed in your mind. Yeah, I was just listening to it before. I forget what it is that he said. She would still be a murderer, he said, Evie, but it would bring it almost similar to manslaughter. There's something that she can say. A deal was offered before trial, manslaughter for 5. No, not that one, Deb. He just said something like there's a stipulation or something where she can say, it almost sounded like he said something was done in passion or something, and it does something to the charge, and it brings it down to almost a manslaughter, and then it carries with it a different, it's a okay. It brings it down to a felony 2, I think he said. And then it carries with it 2 to 10 years. I think that's what he said. I was listening to it. I was doing something else. No, it hasn't been 2 Scooter. No. Hi, Renee. Amber would have eventually fallen as a police officer. It's just sad. Botham Jean had to lose his life. Yeah. Hi, Karen. No, I heard 5. Wasn't it 5 to 20? What is Miss Mary talking about? Doonesbury was named for one of the Pillsbury sons. He was a roommate of the writer of Doonesbury in college. How did we get on Doonesbury? Hi, Anna. Hi, Margie. Hi, Ivy Lynn. Everybody's popping in. Hi, Alma. As for Amber, I don't think it was intentional. I feel somewhat sorry for her because I'm sure she never imagined this for herself, but she still lied on the stand when she said she gave him a racist comment. No, they're not helping right now. Like, how do you do a little CPR? She had complaints about his music. I didn't really watch the whole, because it was very hard to watch for me, but I did see this part, and I've been like listening to recaps on the news and stuff. That Amber complained about his music. I've heard different things about that. I've heard that that's not true, Mrs. Mick Jagger. Hold on, I'm getting messages again. Oh boy. Hang on a minute. Okay. All right, so you watched every bit of it, and you say Amber is evil. The racist comments have proof, but the racist comments have proof in her text. His mother was so well dressed. I may say that I think I saw the pain in her eyes. Now, I wasn't, was it a mistake that he did Xanadu? Hi, Sharon. Mariachi. He worked for Price Waterhouse. How old was he? The doors are faulty. 28. Okay. 26 when it happened. And she's how old? 30. How old is she? 32? 30? How old is she? "31. She looks older than 31. She looks way older than 31. I imagine all this stuff is, I mean, she had like tremendous bags and stuff under her eyes, so I imagine she's not sleeping. Hi, truth-seeking girl. Hi, Tico. And then all of the Cassie Jones stuff is just getting incredible. Botham's mom and sister were dressed very nice and kept their composure. I don't know how they did it. Who is G? I have no idea. Yeah, have you? Of course, Kathy. Yeah, social media is going to follow you around. It's an imprint of who you are. Don't put anything out there that you're not comfortable. That's when people say, and I've said this all the time, when people freak out about, hi Danielle, keeping their like Facebook, okay, you can lock it down, I get it, but you shouldn't be posting anything on there that you would be freaked out if it got out. Now I can see you'd say, okay, I'm posting pictures of my kids or something, I don't want everybody to have them, maybe somebody get them and put them in. Okay, that's fine. But the point is, if those pictures of your grandkids got out, let's just say somebody, it shouldn't be something that is mortifying, right? So you shouldn't put anything in there. And I've always said that. And I'll tell you, like, and everybody says, these kids that, a lot of the millennials that have had social media, you know, almost all their lives, at least for the part of their teenage lives and up, that were posting everything under the sun, when they go to run for political office, the stuff that's going to be on them, even if they think they deleted it, it's going to be fun. But you've got to, you just don't post anything on Facebook that if it got out, you would be free. You shouldn't be posting anything like that. If you're posting something on social media that you would be mortified if it got out in the general public, think again and don't post it. What the heck do you have to put that out there for? What numbers? Which numbers? Who's calling in? Which numbers? What do you talk about, Two Scooter? Keep, like I've never been, like some people are like in a rate, right? What if they get into my Facebook? What? You know what? If somebody got into my Facebook, no biggie. What are they going to see? Pictures of my kids when they were little, pictures when we were younger, pictures of our vacation, me wishing someone a happy birthday. No, I didn't put, crazy stuff on there. I don't get in an argument with someone, or much less someone in your family, right? But they're all lousy bastards. So I never understood. I was like, okay, good. You broke in. You're going to break into my Facebook? Go ahead. Just don't put anything out there like that. And I'm a firm believer in I do not discuss politics on social media. I do not want to discuss religion on social media. Don't air your dirty laundry, right? Trolls are out in full force tonight. They're upset with Daddy's basement. It is the trolls. They live in their parents' basement.
You want me to turn the volume down? Let me block it.
Because they're trolls, Janelle. It's that same person from Mommy's basement. Okay, so where were we? My mom told me not to put anything in writing, period, that can be used against you. Yeah, absolutely. Think before you send emails, texts, and leave your voice messages. Okay? You want to leave a threat on a voicemail? You want to leave a threat on a voice message? Not too smart. You looked in your Walmart? Oh, I don't know about the peanuts, but Bambi. But I told you it's not real. I think it looks just like Bambi, but it's a regular deer. He's got a wreath around his neck. You didn't see those big tin. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Let me see if I can show it to you. Hold on. Did you look in the lawn and garden section? Hang on. I knew I should have picked it up. That drives me crazy. I guarantee you someone's got them in a haul. Probably because I said so. They have a lot of really nice, they have these like, the ones that look like enamel. Did you see those? Hold on, I can't see the chats, so don't answer me yet. If I go back there, Danielle, I'm gonna get it. I don't know. I bet you those Walmart haulers have them. I guarantee you they do. Even though I didn't see that lady show one in her thing, I guarantee you they have them. I can't find them now. I looked at my Walmart for the aluminum. Okay, so did you look in the lawn and garden section? Mine were in the lawn and garden, like Like with stuff like they had to put out. Yeah, be careful with that, right, Karen? Can't be too careful with that stuff. If you're really angry, okay, my brother told me this one, he's a lawyer. Write the email. Go ahead, write that email that you want to send out, but don't send it. Keep it in your drafts pile. Keep it in your drafts pile for a couple of hours, maybe overnight. And then if you still feel the same after you reread it, then send it. You've never been to a Dollar Tree? It's addicting. You've been going to Google now. How to spot a troll for a year. Try to see if I can take some pictures. You went online. What are you talking about, Tanya? Hi, Froggy. You threw away all your junk food? Okay. What did I just do? You would never put anything mean in writing to anyone. Well, I thought you said, I read that as you would never put anything in writing to anyone. I'm like, wow. Okay. If anyone has not been to the dollar, please note that once you go, you will never be able to stop. Oh, your doctor said you had to? A Dollar Tree addict. So now what was the other thing? Jimmy? Jimmy? Okay, Jimmy's was gonna. I had to tell him he can't put that stuff on. Okay, here he goes again. Jimmy!
Sorry.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Dawn. Hi, RC Breeze. Hi, did I got Jeanette before? Yeah. You have written things, and when it's written, what? You erased the whole thing. Yeah, it just felt good to get it out, right? You were arguing with your husband. Echo said that's not nice. Oh, Echo. Oh, you're really? Okay, so what was the third? Oh, so the Casey Jones case. Casey Jones case. You're telling me, yeah, did I get it? Oh, Teresa, the shed is still not up. He said he got a lot of work done on it today. I don't see too much of it done. Yeah, Birdie, right, the restocking day. Your echo is scary. Oh, please tell Jimmy hello. Hello, Jimmy. You didn't hear me. Hello, Jimmy.
What?
People said hello.
Who did?
I don't. People, RC Breeze and stuff.
Tell him I say hello.
Hello. And Peggy Sue. People. Babe. Accidentally and sent it to the person's, oh my gosh, that you were venting about? Oh my gosh. Cricket. So anyway, they well, it did rain for part of the day. Very embarrassing. So, what was I going to say? Okay. it appears, like I said yesterday, that there's a lot of dysfunction on both sides, yes, but there's a lot of, I don't think his ex-wife is truthful, okay? She claims that she had all of the kids except for Cameron on like the 24th, 25th of August, that she had them there. But if she had them there then how come Preston didn't go to the mother's house along with the two girls? A lot of stuff isn't lining up. Then she claims that on the 14th that they had all of the kids there in the ocean. Okay, so she's being deceptive. Right. So I think that was a 100%. Now, the other thing is, Casey's mother, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Okay, I don't think the relationship was close. I see that there was tension, that they were living with her at one time, and then she had to get out of there. People are saying that's why the mother didn't notice she was missing for so long. So you've got a whole dynamic there. Then there's two sisters. I'm not sure if they're both, I don't know if they're half or step or what, but one says like one thing, one says the other thing, but I think it's the one with all the kids that came and moved in with her. Sarah needs to stop doing interviews, but I think maybe the police are wanting her to do them. It's just, there's so much crap, and they still don't have a positive ID on the kids. We still don't know how the children were murdered. Michael, I've thought that too, Kathy. I know, and his brother is, this came from his brother, and his brother Ryan seems sure that no, it was Sarah that was doing it. But even so, there's some really wacko things that she had to have noticed, like the smell. So, hi, sweetheart. So, and the van was Casey's, yeah, but he probably, yeah, it's just, there's so many things. And she moved, if you go to her Facebook page, Sarah's, she was selling everything in order to move from Vermont down to Florida. Yeah, and what she's doing too, I noticed that in some of the groups, people are saying that, oh my gosh, she's going in as many groups as she can, and she's picking up on what people are saying when they're saying like, ooh, looks like she slipped up there, or oh, she doesn't have a right, she's saying this, and that she's changing her story, that people commenting about what she's doing that makes it look like she's lying is actually helping her create a new story. It should have been Jeannie. I don't know how it wasn't. I think so. I mean, she definitely said she wanted the help, right? She really appreciated it. She gave her kids, she said, to him for the entire summer. Yeah. There's so much stuff there. And we still haven't heard from the father. We haven't heard anything from the father of these kids. Nothing. Right? Nothing from the father. Is he still in France? What's going on? Hey, Okay, choking on ashes. So get on you if you're around. Yeah, it's very hard to believe Xanadu. Yeah. Hovering. Yeah. Isn't the dad overseas? They were supposed to be on a vacation. They should be back by now. Sounds like a jealous ex-wife. No, Alma. Oh my gosh. He's with that chiropractor, I think she is, who started that Anna Cortez in Georgia. No, they did find him, Joe. Lisa's got cake. Lisa, you have cake? What kind? But I'm sure he's back by now. It was just a vacation. Even if he's out of the country, he can give an interview. He can say something. One of the cops you work with told you the detectives would smoke cigars and burn coffee grounds when investigating untimely deaths where the bodies had been around a while. Oh, what kind of cake does she have? She baked a cake? I missed the cake. Hi, Tammy. I missed the cake. Oh, she's going to frost a cake? What's the cake for? What kind of cake? I didn't get to make my pumpkin cookies either today. You ate the cake already? Thanks. You want cake and pizza? She's going to frost it and have a piece, okay. She shared with all of you? Oh, it's confetti cake? Funfetti cake she made? Oh, Sharon's in Michigan. Okay, so squirrel. I can't believe I can't find that. I know somebody is hauling that darn thing. I'll go back there and I won't be able to find that sign, Daniel. As a nurse with, yeah, well, they do that, right? And then some people also, if they don't have anything, if they have some cologne, they spray it on the shirt and they put it up on their face. You're so mad you're going back. You're so mad you're going back? Oh, I'm so mad I'm going back. Yeah. And I hope I find them now. Now that I alerted everybody. My mother used to say that. She used to say, like, there used to be a chocolate bar you probably don't know, and it was a secret. I think they were made by Sam's Club, but they were sold in Walmart, and the name used to be Jacques, okay? Jaqes, right? And I know this because the person that found these candy bars compared all of the ingredients and everything, and they told me this is going to be a really good milk chocolate bar. And these milk chocolate bars, they used to come, maybe you've bought them in the past, they used to come in gold wrappers. They look like the golden ticket. 2 of them in one package, okay? And they weren't even that expensive, and they were like a secret. And so I tried them and I said, oh my gosh, this is like a secret. And I had my parents try them and they're like, oh, this is crazy, right? And then they had my brother try. Anyway, and at that time my basset hound used to eat little pieces of that. I'm telling you, I had a basset hound that could eat chocolate. Okay, this is, don't give your dog chocolate. Okay, but this Basset Hound, we rescued him and he ate chocolate and he was fine. But let's not go there. So I used to buy it, and then everybody liked it so much. We noticed that like they started, it wasn't stocky. So when they had it, we would throw it in the basket, right? So when I would go through, because they didn't have self-checkout then, right? The cashier would be ringing up 10 bars and she'd go, wow, are these good? And I'd say, oh my gosh, are they good? They're better than good. You've got to try them. And my mother said, oh my gosh, don't tell everybody that. Don't you understand? If you tell everybody that, they're going to be gone. You're not going to find them anymore, right? And that's what started to happen. I would go to Walmart and they weren't there anymore. The shelf was empty, okay? These were so good that I was putting them in the teachers' gifts at school. So now the teachers were getting, okay? So it was bad. And then guess what happened? This happens to me. Sometimes I watch a show, it's very popular. I stop watching it, it goes off the air. Sometimes I buy a product, I stop buying it for a little while, and it goes off the shelves. I have power like that. It's crazy. But anyway, I don't know what happened, but then they changed the packaging. And they changed the packaging to Sam's Club packaging. But it was the exact same bar, because the bar was really thick and it had a certain little emblem on it. Okay? So now I was like, okay, now I know the secret. They changed them to Sam's Club and they only sold one bar. But then they stopped. They stopped making them. I don't know why, because it was the best chocolate imaginable, but they stopped making them. So that's why sometimes when you're always like telling everybody what the good thing is, sometimes it backfires. You either can't find it anymore. So now that I've yacked and yacked and yacked about these aluminum or tin signs or whatever you want to call them, believe me, there's like a run on them. I've noticed that. I noticed something else that I mentioned and I went to go and they were gone. And it was something that I mentioned. I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to remember what it was, and they were just gone. Boom, gone. Hi, Mally Mel. If you see anything you like, get it or you'll never. Yeah, I know that, right? Right, Danielle? If you're on the fence about something, like, just get it. You could always freaking return it. Yes, I am an influencer. So, yeah, I know that. I do. I mean, I am blogging and everything. That is all being an influencer. But I guess if you find chocolate you really like, you shouldn't be yakking about it. Avatilo, I have no idea. An hour ago, maybe? So, trolls don't really taste like chicken. But they are definitely chickens. Why are you gutted? Avatila, why? 6:45 a.m.? That's okay. We were that way about some Edie's chocolate cherry ice cream and then they stopped making it. Don't you hate that? But it's also like, truly, if I'm buying something all the time and then I stop buying it, I feel like I have that power and then it's not there. Or like, whatever, a show on TV and then I stop watching it and then they go, oh, it's off the air now. Like, oh, that's because I stopped watching it. It's what it seems like. No Italian bakeries near you? Oh, because you've missed us, Avatilo? Where are you, Avatilo? You must be in the UK? That's what I thought. You're that way about stores? If I stop going, they go out of business. Yeah, I see that too, Sharon. I'm sure I'm the reason Ollie's and Dollar Tree stays in business. You're hooked on 90 Day? My daughter was binge watching some of it because she doesn't. Oh, you've got to hear this one. Jimmy had the news on today, and the news was about a spot in Brooklyn, in Dumbo, Brooklyn. That's, for those of you that aren't familiar with Brooklyn, Dumbo is the name of an area in Brooklyn. But in this area, you can, the Dumbo Brooklyn Bridge frames the Empire State Building, and if you take a picture in the road, you will get that in the background. And those pictures are really, really popular on Instagram. Okay, so much so that people are going there just to take these pictures. And this used to be like a just something a few people knew about how it frames the Empire State Building, right? But now everybody's knowing. Just as almost like the chocolate, everyone's learning about it because of these Instagrams now that are there, and people want to go there. They want to go there with their boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. So we're watching the news thing, okay? And I swear to you, I see my daughter in the, she's got her back to the camera. She's got a tote bag on. She's same hair, everything. She turns around. I see her face. That's my daughter. So I go screaming to Jimmy, Jimmy, tape this, hurry up, put it on record because that's Alexandra, right? So he goes, no way. I said, it's her, okay? She's standing next to a really tall guy that looks like her boyfriend, okay? I'm thinking, okay, well, they were probably there because they both live there, and they were probably looking down the street because there was probably a news reporter there, and they just got in the shot. So I didn't message her about it. I was going to do a funny thing with her. I was going to say, hey, they're looking for this girl in the news. She, but I didn't because of the dog, So then later she called me when she got out of work. And I said, hey, you were on the news today. And she's like, how? And I'm like, because I said, you were on the news. It was a thing about the bridge. And she's like, I don't know. And then Jimmy sent a picture. And she says, oh, that's not me. And we said, that is you. My daughter, I really think she's losing it because she just saw a picture from Jimmy's phone. We saw the picture when she turned around. And I said, if that's not, because she even stood the same. We looked at everything, her mannerisms, her hands, her hair, the length of her hair, the cut of her hair, all of the mannerisms, the way she stood, the body shape, the tote bag, everything. That was my daughter. Didn't think like maybe it could be her. That was her. So much that like I would, they say I'm not a betting woman, but I would bet the farm on it. Okay? I'm telling you. So I said, and if that by any chance is not you, I would be really, really afraid because that, whoever that is the spitting image of you. Then you have a twin. Like if I adopted her, I swear to you, I would be searching everywhere to see if she had a twin. I'm serious. I'm not joking around. Okay, that's how certain I was. But I gave birth to her, so I know she's not a twin. But if that's not so, anyway, she's telling me, no, that's not me. And I said, no, it is you. You'll see. I said, I have this. You'll see. This is you. You probably you're not thinking about, but you were there. And she's like. And then, when Jimmy said, no, that's you, the little kids, that's you, Allie, that's you. We saw your face, okay? So when you turned around. And Bertie, I'm telling, I wish I could play the clip here, but I don't, I was trying to see if I didn't even check to see if it was on YouTube. It was driving me insane. Yes, I said, he's taller than you, a lot taller than you. Yep, same height. This height was the same, okay? The height was the same. Everything was the same. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And then, let me see. So that was like really freaky that I saw that. And so she goes, you know what she says to me? When I said I would be really scared because that you have a twin then running around. She goes, there's a lot of girls that look like me in Brooklyn, Mom. I said, what do you mean? There's a lot of girls that have the same hair as me, the same haircut. They look like me, Mom, in Brooklyn. I said, but this girl didn't look like you. I saw her face, and it was you. Right? So she goes, no, it wasn't me. We played it like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 times. That was her. See, Mommy for the win. Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time, Mommy for the win. And you know who else I just thought about? Ariel Mama. Haven't seen Ariel Mama. The clothing, I said she wears, it was very much like, it was a cardigan. She wears a lot of cardigans. She had the tote bag just like she wears. Like, it was really weird. If Jimmy hadn't been there, I would think that I would, but no, we looked at it, got this, everything. That's her. Thanks, Janelle. She's fine, Janadu. She says something about the time. She can't handle the time switch. I'm not quite sure what that means. So I'm just, I'm going to see if I can get that clip like on here and show you guys. It's because it's crazy. Everyone has a twin or sometime more than one, and they got together and did studies, and they were just, well, if that's not my daughter, I want to find out who it is. I really do. You've been getting to bed early. Oh, and you were away in Colorado. Oh, okay. How'd that go? Well, she lives there, Kathy, so she would be there many times. You know, and I asked her about that thing. I'm like, you know where it frames that? And she's like, nah, not really. I'm like, it's a big thing on Instagram. Yeah, happy bee cake. She hasn't even uploaded videos. I haven't even gotten notifications. I hope she's okay. Where is Happy Bee Cakes? Did you see all the texts at what end? At the end of what? Of Avatilo? The Guyger trial? I saw some. I haven't been following that trial a lot because it was hard for me to get into. The Teach trial. Teach. So many friends and family called me. I had one like that too, Priscilla. I want to go back and look because it is a local paper that did it. And before, at that time, stuff wasn't online, right? But now they have like archived copies. There was a woman, I swear to you, and I want to get her name because at the time, my kids were not, you know, like we weren't immersed in the community where I knew people, and I think I know who it might be, and I want to see if it is her. The woman looked just like me, and she was in some parade, and I'm like, that's me. What the heck, right? But she was with different kids, And I'm like, this is crazy. And I showed it to people, and I was like, and they're like, that looks just like you. Yeah, that was scary. And I wanted, and I can't think of her name, but I almost thought it was my kid's nursery school teacher years later. And I have to find the copy of that newspaper. Same, looked the same, but you knew it wasn't you. Yeah, my friend Heather, remember the one I told you about, that she has the same name as someone that killed her husband with the same name as her husband? She once said to me, there is a picture, and it was just from the back. She said somebody showed her like her hair, and she's like, Carolyn, it's so freaky, but that looks so much. I'm like, Heather, you saw her from the back. How do you know that? She's like, Carolyn, there's something, I get so freaked out when I see that. I think that picture is me. And I can't remember more of what she said, like how she got it or what. Something freaked her out so much about it. And I'm like, but you don't even have that. Your hair is not even that length. And she said, no, but I used to have hair like that. She was like freaking. I would be really freaked because this person, when they turned, that was my daughter. You have a twin in town too? Did you think you looked alike? Sometimes, did you ever have when somebody says, you look so much like such and such, and then you meet them and you don't think you look a thing like such and such? Randomness with Tommy's. Is this your first time, random? Welcome. You've had that happen, Anna? You were in BJ's by my house, and I was watching two women online. I had to take a picture because it was totally my mom and sister, but it wasn't. Wow, that's crazy. And when you watch it, you're going to be until the documentary? Okay. That was the best trial ever? The Guyger, Judy? You get that, Karen? And she took me to her mom's work, and even her mom was shocked. Wow. Your twin is Kathy? That I think I showed my husband her pic and asked him if he knows anyone who looks like her, and he said no. You've had people say that they were sure they saw you in a place when I was there. My daughter did that. She did that with not my daughter, my sister. She's like, hey, I just saw Ray driving the car. And like, you didn't see Ray because Ray's right here, you know. And she's like, no, he passed me in New Jersey. I'm like, he didn't pass you in New Jersey because he's sitting right here. You thought they were shopping, but it wasn't them? Sneak their picture. You're a pretty big YouTuber? Okay. What? Hold on a minute. What are all those deleted messages? What was he saying? I missed that. I didn't look for a minute. He was spamming? Hold on. No, I've never heard of him. Okay. Anyway, crazy. So where were we on spamming the channel? Because he's a pretty big YouTuber that he needs to do that, right? I know a lot of pretty big YouTubers that have to go trolling. All right. Where was it? Just putting names up of people that come here. Is that what he was doing? She's your stepdaughter brought a relative there. You saw him on a video. She says it's not him. Oh, my sister thinks that anybody know Bodies in Motion by Gilad? Do you remember Gilad? He used to do like an aerobics and stuff. It was called Bodies in Motion. You know Melly Mel? Well, my sister, we used to do that in the 90s, very late 80s, 89 into the 90s. But my sister really, really got into Gilad. And she still does him till today. Okay, she has she either pulls up the things on YouTube or she whatever it was. Anyway, so she claims that Jimmy is in his videos. There's ones that were done in Hawaii, and she said, no, it's him. I said, it's not him. He would have told me if he did Gilad videos. And she's like, no, it's him. I'm like, no, it's not him. Okay, so anyway, she goes, Carolyn, it's him, because they even say his last name. She says, Gilad says, you with me? And says the last name. And so that she took forever to find the video. I found the video, and he does say the last name, but it's not Jimmy. And she says he calls him Jimmy too. And I think he did, but you could, she's like, no, it's him. It's not him. And she was not believing me. She thought I would be embarrassed that I wasn't going to tell her that Jimmy was in Gilad videos. Why would I be embarrassed if he's in Gilad videos? I tell you he is. He wasn't. This was way back in the 80s, Judy, though. She just thinks that I didn't tell her. that I didn't tell her that he was doing them. That I was embarrassed. Where's Jimmy? He's in Hawaii doing videos. Oh, that's where he went on all those business trips. Yeah, sure. Phi Beta Kappa's trips to California, yeah. The triangles. It was good, though. It was a good workout. It really was. You sweated like a beast, and you dropped fast. I used it right after I had my second son, and I got just It was unbelievable. Remember that? That was really hard stuff. Yeah, my sister used to have the VHS tapes. We all did. We had them, and then I think she went to like DVDs, and now she does it off YouTube, but she's always with that Galad. I think she secretly likes them. I don't know. Late 80s, too, because my son was late 80s, like 89. Her son was 88, so. It's about you. It's about you, Noor. We're talking about you. Okay, and he used to work out with him too. He was big that time. He used to be, like, he came on too, wasn't he on like Channel 9 or something, and you could tape him? And then you could actually tape him. And Denise, yeah, do you remember the ones that were on like the old, like kind of Lifetime network? Charlene, you remember the one Charlene, and she did yoga or something? I know who you're talking about, Denise. I know who you're talking about. Isn't she the one that had like, she wasn't the one that did like abs of steel, buns of steel, but no, I know who you're talking about. She was really peppy, very tan. She always had like, I think, Reebok high tops on. Denise Austin, yes. Yeah. I remember her voice. It was like a little bit, it had an edge of hoarseness to it, probably because she screamed all day doing the exercises. But she was always so peppy and the big plastered smile, right, no matter what she was doing. Bodies in motion, Teresa. Yeah, Gilad. Gilad with an I. Can I show the picture? Sure. Let's see. So my friend just sent this, the lady. On the right is the wife. What is this? Who are these? They do look alike, you know, except for the weight. The one looks like she's much skinnier and has a thinner, longer face, but the mouth and everything looks... Who did you say this was? I don't know. Deb on the Move sent it. Who is this, Deb on the Move? How you doing, River? You doing okay? I know. Where's Deb on the Move? She went away now? Deb on the Move. Yeah, but that's not good. That's called that passive exercise. They used to have a place here, but if you're not doing it, that passive exercise, it doesn't work. That's why. I don't know where Deb on the... Oh, there you are. The wife of the guy that owns Amazon. Oh. So what is this? His wife and who this is? Wait, Deb on the Move. What's going on with this? I don't get it. Jeff Bezos' ex, and who's the other one? I still have a Thigh Master somewhere around. Okay. Oh, your friend on the left. Oh, okay. Your friend. All right, I was a little bit lost. Outrageous. Gee, your hair smells terrific. Maui Chickadee. Oh, I don't remember that. I'll have to do a search in my email, my email, Maui Chickadee. You know how I am with emails, and that I just made an announcement because I've been having a very rough time, so I'm not getting to a lot of emails. Thigh Master's in the shed. But I'll check it out. I'll do a search on it. Okay, so now we mail. I don't know what else do we have. Oh, did anybody see that new trial of that Michael Jones? The one that we looked from Vero Beach, Florida. Did anybody see that? Was that? I didn't even get a chance to even look at that. It's hard, Teresa. And then plus, I have another blog that I get hundreds of emails from, and I'm so behind on work. In fact, let me see here. What is this? No, go ahead, Linda. The Dan Markel trial. Well, I wanted to catch the one with the Michael Jones. What's the matter, baby? What's the matter? Okay. No, there's another Michael Jones in Vero Beach. We looked at it last night. It takes you ages to say it all. Oh, do you want to call in? You can call in if you want. Okay, can you send me an email? So I can send you the number? Because I don't just put the number out, especially with all the trolls flooding out of Mommy's basement. $28 trolls so far. Yeah, I heard that. Karen Amber said I'm going to lose my job. They must need their laundry done. Carolyn at truecrimechat.org. Thanks, Danielle. Hello, Tori. So, Hershey Nuggets. You know what's really good? The Cadbury Dairy Milk. That is really good chocolate. Very creamy. Which one? The Michael Jones in Florida, the Vero Beach? Okay, we've got a fake Maui chickadee right now. Can we get rid of Maui chickadee? And, oh my goodness. I think somehow Whisper to Me, oh my goodness, hold on a minute. I've got to see. I think she was one of the fakers. The real one got blocked last night. I'm sorry, Whisper to Me. Hold on, I've got to see if, hang on. She can't get back. Oh, well, see. Hold on a minute. Let me see. I have to get her profile. Hang on. I'm on her Happy Mail one to see. She's got a reply on here. Okay, so where the heck is she? So I need her profile to see, to take the block off. I can't find her. I can't find. How could I not find her in a video that's about her? She had to have replied here. This is so weird. I can't. Does anybody have? Okay. So I don't want to go into that mess of blocked people. I feel bad because okay, Linda, are you sending me your an email? I'll try to find it. Okay, I got it, Linda. I'm sending you the number. Okay, now I just need to get Whisper to Me's URL. Okay, at least I see. Okay. Hold on. I might be able to find it now with this. I had it in wrong, so let me try that. What is that noise? Why won't it give me her ad? Whisper to me. I think something happened to your profile. There's something really weird. I can't find it with her name. I don't know if you can hear me whisper to me, but there's something whacked. Huh. If you hear me whisper to me, would you send me an email? I can't find your profile at all. Hold on, I'm coming back to the chat now. Shapeshifters. Hi, Leaping Lizard. Hi, Christine. Okay, Linda, Carolyn, someone tried to access my sign-in page for Mommy's chat on the 27th. Google blocked it and notified me. I know they tried to get it with wrong passwords. I had to create a new email. Access my sign-in page on the 27th. Google blocked it. They tried to get in. You mean they tried to access your YouTube sign-in? A new email. Well, that's a, wait, something's really weird. Oh, no, I'm looking at Linda Holub. Okay. Ten Little Trolls. That's a good one. 10 Little Trolls. Oh, and just to tell you, I didn't try to make my voice sound like that in the video. Those of you that were here, you know when I started yesterday, my mic was wonky. There must have been something wasn't in right. And I can't believe it. I did, yeah, that is like ridiculous. But I wasn't going to do that over again, and I know people wanted to hear it, so I just let it go. Thanks, Janelle. Okay, Teresa. Somebody thought I was doing it on purpose or something, and then someone said that I better change it because I sounded like times like I was possessed or something. I don't know. You tried to email me at True Crime Chat, but it bounced back. I got sick. Really? Wow, somebody pretending to be you? I sounded. You thought it was cool. Okay. I don't even know. It wasn't even anything I tried to do. It was just some connection in the mic. Tracy, you started to freak out? Hello, Miss Mary. Ms. Mary? Thanks, Anne. An alternate universe? Chipmunk voice. So Linda should be calling in. I should probably make a YouTube video of how not to be a troll, like things you shouldn't do if you're a troll. Top 10 things not to do if you want to be a successful troll. Like, why go through all that to just get kicked out in 1 minute, right? If they knew something, they would be a successful troll. They would go in and they would do different things. But I'm not going to tell them what to do. Maybe I will, Tracy. Oh, the top 10, right? Yeah. It's like they have no creativity. They should at least, you know, if they went in, they really wanted to do some trolling, you know, they would doing a little bit in, they invest the time anyway, right? Every single night. They should have invested it, if they really want to be a good troll, someone that you think is okay, right? They come in, they're interacting, and then they're doing like this little trolling that's really, because what are they trolling for? They're not getting it, they're just getting, you know. They are definitely starved for attention, we know that. I don't get it either, but it's just that they have no life. That's why they're trolls. That's why they live under a bridge or in their mom's basement or their uncle's basement or their father's basement or their cousin's basement. The brown paneling and the old Atari. Doesn't make any sense to troll, but you can't fix stupid. Print a book of the craziest trolls. Can close the chat. Trolls get a life. Negative attention is better than none. You're opening a troll school? Oh. Everything you need to get started being a troll. Shag carpet. Orange shag. Some lava lamps too. Trollitis. You brought some ginger lemonade kombucha at Costco, and it was awesome. What brand was it? Is it their brand? You have your lava lamp on right now. They're on sale at Walmart, I think. When I got those other lights for $7, I think they had those on sale. Linda, how are you doing calling in? Linda? I can't hear you. Couch covered with plastic because Mom doesn't want it to get dirty. Yeah, and they're sticking to it, right? Mom! You're going to your 2 Walmarts tomorrow. Oh, and another Dollar Tree? Or dollar store? Oh, wow. Flip-flop. Hey, Casbat. Hello, Nicole. Hey, Team Phoenix. Who else came in here? Hey, J Bowles. I missed a lot. Linda might be having technical difficulties. You couldn't sleep, so you decided to at least entertain yourself. Don't do a DNA on the couch. Frugal Mom. Hello, you still have 2 to 3 lava lamps from the 90s? You ever know anybody that broke one and like stained their whole rug and stuff with that? They need troll training. Troll school, that's what we call it. Nothing to do in life, an empty life. You can do more in your life than be a troll. You can make your own Halloween decorations or read a book about serial killers or make some zucchini. Yeah, that would be a good idea, Jeannie, right? To give people access to you. That would be a good idea. Wow, yeah, 7:40 almost. And poor Whisper to Me. Lucky got a little bigger? Okay. We're trying to get him a new tank. We have to get him like a 55-gallon. A man died by a lava lamp. He was heating it on the stove. Why would he heat it on the stove, leaving lizard? Who would do that? It punctured his heart. Oh, I feel sick. You're getting a turtle soon? Where are you getting it from? Oh, hi. Hi, Linda. Hello. Hi. I don't think she can hear me. Hello? Linda?
Hi.
Hi, okay, there you are.
It took me a little while to sort out Zoom again.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you have some thoughts about the trial?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I know there are some differing opinions going around, and it's been quite an emotional trial, I think, for a lot of people. But I think in this case, the jury got it right. to be honest. I listened really carefully to the cross-examination, and where he really, the prosecution ripped her defence to shreds, and that she was claiming that she was just going by her training, but the prosecutor then said that standing orders are that they are on duty 24/7, which implies that police officers are expected to conduct themselves to that standard 24/7. And she did have the option to back away and take concealment and call for cover, but she went in and shot a man who was minding his own business in his own home. And I just think it's just really sad all around, really. I think it's sad for him, his family. I think she failed him, his family, the police. She failed society. She failed herself as well.
Did you watch that thing where they said that she could say something about like shot in some type of passion? It wasn't crime of passion, but it was something like that where it can be lowered to felony 2. Did you hear anything like that?
I didn't hear that. I just heard that the charge was murder. I'm not sure whether the jury had an option of manslaughter, but my understanding is that in Texas there's 2 degrees of murder that's capital, which triggers death penalty possibility, and murder. There isn't second degree or third degree murder.
Right, and she got first degree, but it's just, but the commentators were saying that there's something that she can bring up, and they could say something, and it would be, I think it's like 2 to 10 years instead of the heat of passion, right, Frog? You say heat of passion. No, you didn't hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, and it would bring it down to felony 2.
I didn't hear that.
No?
Didn't hear that part.
Okay.
I think the only options that the jury had were either murder or manslaughter. That's my understanding. I know the judge did allow the castle doctrine to be in, but I think my understanding is that the key word was reasonable belief that she was in her own home. Well, her actions showed that it wasn't really reasonable.
Yeah, so I mean, I think, so yeah, it was I don't know, I just had heard it right before I started, so I thought it was interesting, because I didn't follow this trial completely, because it was just, but the jury is out for blood. Okay, Sakura, so do you know about that? If she can say it was heat of passion, and it would lessen it to a felony 2, perhaps?
I'm not sure. I'm going to go on YouTube later and see if I can listen to the sentencing phase.
Right. Yeah, it was the commentators on, I think it was like a Texas channel, a news channel, and that's where I heard it.
Okay. Possibly there may be some mitigating factors that the jury might recommend. Less than, I don't know what the maximum for life is there. I think life is life.
Right. Okay.
But, yeah. I just feel that being trained, she did everything else that she was trained to do, like leave her right hand free, reverse into her parking space, trained to back off and take safe concealment. I recall her saying when she was being cross-examined, the prosecutor said that you are trained to back off and take safe concealment and walk back up, and her response was on a call. Then he counted her again and said it's general standard orders that you are on duty 24/7, and she agreed.
Okay.
So she should have taken cover and called for backup, even if she thought it was her own apartment. I can understand she made the mistake that it was her own apartment, and several people testified that they themselves had made the mistake of walking into someone else's apartment, but she was a trained police officer. So
right. Now, Birdie wants me to ask you if let me see what she said. Birdie wants me to ask her if she knows or has a police officer in your life. Do you know or have a police officer in your life? Birdie wants to know.
I know police officers, yes,
Okay,
in New
Birdie.
Zealand, but I'm going by the testimony and I'm going by the facts given in the trial.
Okay.
And the prosecutor's not going to bring information up that isn't actually fact. The prosecutor has to be, seen as
Okay, and
reliable.
Teresa said when she shot him, she didn't even help him when she realized what she had done. Instead, she kept running around saying, "I thought it was my apartment."
Yeah.
Yes,
I think she testified that she rubbed his sternum to try and keep him to stay with her, to stay conscious, but
Nicole said, "Mommy, can you ask Linda if the officer who shot the man was drinking?"
I think she just gotten off duty.
Right. Yeah, I know. I said that would be a no. Then there, who was that?
Yeah.
Teresa that asked that, and Nicole. And then H Ruby Girl says, "I'm a nurse, and trust me, you get messy during CPR if there are body fluids."
She didn't do CPR. She didn't administer any of the, the resources that she had in her resuscitation pack. Nothing. She didn't do anything really, except for rubbing his sternum to try and keep him conscious. But I think that shot was fatal. I think it went through his heart in a downward motion, went through his lungs, through his intestine, and lodged itself somewhere in the back part of his muscle. So he didn't really have a chance.
Okay, and then Jeanette says in the 911 call, you can hear it constantly about, "I'm in the wrong apartment." Amber was worried about her job as well. Dog was at her mother's. Let me see. She was more concerned about her job. She was caught pacing up and down outside the building beforehand. She just got off a long shift, Sonia said. She didn't do CPR, Sammy said. She only had one hand because she was on the phone with 911. Okay. She was dating the defendant. Mommy, was she dating the defendant? Mommy, was who dating the defendant?
I think she means the police officer.
Does she mean was the police officer dating the guy she killed? Is that what she means? What does she mean?
So.
I don't know. Is that what you mean? Was they weren't dating, right? There was no new relationship there.
No. Someone had mentioned that she had put in the complaint in that day because the TV was too loud.
Yeah, I know, but then I keep hearing that there was no complaint.
Yeah, and it's hard to glean, the facts from media reports because sometimes they don't always report the entire.
She was dating her partner. Okay. She was having an affair with her married partner?
Yeah. And even just to respond to the person that commented, and I've seen it online as well, that she was tired, she'd been working long hours. If you're a police officer, you have to keep it together, whether you're tired or not. And if you can't keep it together, if you're tired, then resign.
Right.
Because you've got people's lives in your hands.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like the train conductors that were not sleeping, and then they had that huge crash and found out they were not sleeping and they shouldn't be driving the trains. But it took some big tragedy to find that out, right?
There was another case in another part of America, and I'm calling from New Zealand, as you know.
Right.
Our police don't carry guns on their person. They have guns in their cars, however, but I can't remember where in America, but there was police officers tried to make a traffic stop because someone had either driven a red light or done something that they weren't supposed to do. And then it just turned out to be this chase going on through a built-up area. And every time the police officer driving the car managed to block the vehicle, the other police officer kept getting out of the car and just firing at this car in a built-up area, which should never happen in the first place. But I know that he was a Hispanic police officer. That might ring some bells.
I think someone said Philandro Castile.
I can't remember what his name was. He was actually charged with, I think it was manslaughter because of his conduct. Because usually what police should do when a chase becomes dangerous to the public and to themselves, they should back away, and call the police helicopter to then track the suspect. They still know where they are and apprehend them that way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a sad case. Yeah, a very sad case. That I know somebody was saying too. There was something with. Did he keep a key under the doormat?
I don't know.
Someone keeps emailing me with something like that because let me see. If you killed someone, you would be in a bed for a month crying. A reasonable person would have waited, no drugs or alcohol. Her boyfriend shot and killed an unarmed man 12 years prior and didn't get charged. The family is now trying to reopen that case, Frugal Mom said.
I didn't know about that. And the Guyger's previous boyfriend.
I think, yeah, her boyfriend shot. She just asked her boyfriend. Is that the married man she was dating or someone else? Philandro Castile was murdered after a traffic stop. He told the officer he had a gun and was listened and was, I think that's a spell correct. Brandon Washington, that it was. Oh yeah, Brandon Washington. That's the guy that I was listening to was talking about. Yeah. Did you watch that newscast? I don't know. I think I have the newscast that it was. I think I still have it open. Hold on a minute. Let me see which one it was. It was, let me see who did this one. WFAA. And I think it's ABC 8. So that must be he's the one that said it's Justin Moore and Tanya Esserer, criminal defense attorney and an investigative reporter, and he's the one that was mentioning this heat of passion. So let me see. So if anybody wants to check that out, that's Channel 8. Okay. Let's see what you said here. No, the victim's door latch was messed up, didn't completely latch. Amber didn't need a key to enter. She just pushed. Her blood alcohol level wasn't tested immediately. It took time for the Rangers to arrest her. The rest of the department was trying to cover for her. Will be many more issues to come for all of them.
I think it's probably highly likely that the family will initiate a civil proceeding in this case as well, probably against the Dallas Police Department. Possibly against the apartment complex, because there were a few door latches that weren't functioning properly.
Right, and someone said, I heard they did not cuff her or put her in a car that night. Let's see here. She had a very long shift. She was tested 5 hours later. Everything was negative. Okay. Mac and Cheese says, no part of me thinks this is premeditated. It was stupid, careless, and senseless. She deserves a long sentence.
I don't think it was premeditated in that she decided when she finished work, I'm going up to the fourth floor to kill both and John. I think that it only takes a second to premeditate something. And she did testify on the stand that when she drew the gun, she intended to kill.
Alicia says her actions afterward are what got her convicted. She feels for the man's family. Adacor is wondering whatever Danny was. Molly Chickadee says, if I walked into the wrong home, I would know straight away. The doormat or the fact the door was unlocked, the TV. Oh, I think that's what I heard about the doormat. The doormat had the numbers on it, right? Did you email me that, Molly Chickadee? Somebody did. I did see that. That's something about the doormat, that I think it had the apartment number on it. Karen says it definitely wasn't premeditated. And Nicole said, I'm assuming she had non-lethal options like a taser.
She had the non-lethal option to back away and take cover.
They showed
That was
very
the option.
racist tweets. Yeah, they showed very racist tweets during the penalty phase today that she had. This was her second shooting, Donna says. Jelana says, I agree with the very long sentence. Let me say here. I'm sorry, I'm just getting in, and I recognize that somebody help. He looks so nice, and I just thought I just saw him on a crime show. I don't know which one you're talking about. You're talking about the newscaster, the criminal defense attorney, Juliana? And Frugal Mom says they have a reference between her and her boyfriend. Wait a second. Before firing her standard. Wait, I know. Hold on. That just skipped. That wasn't the same one. Of her boyfriend of previous racist texts. Okay.
Was that the text that she was deleting after the shooting? Because there was a lot of talk about a lot of text being deleted.
Deleted. If he was sitting there, Adacor says, with a bowl of ice cream, where was the threat to react so quickly? Alma says she was busy sexting. Wonder how they mentally profile for police. I mean, open door and immediately shoots. Doesn't sound like a peace officer to me. Well, this is all new info. Alicia says, I don't know what to think. And Christine says, yes, this will start lots of questions in the police, in their police courses now. And then Froggy said she went out drinking 2 days later. They would be sad and crying. The next door neighbor, Joshua, looked scared. She shot without thinking. She was impulsive. She was in the wrong profession for sure.
I was listening to that man's testimony, the neighbour directly opposite Botham John's apartment. He testified that he hear him singing in the morning. And I think that was the prosecution were trying to show that had she said, let me see your hands, let me see your hands, in an authoritative tone, that he would have heard it.
Right.
The neighbour would have heard it. If he could hear him singing between two closed doors, that neighbour would have heard her say that. But there was several neighbours that testified. None of them said that they heard any such command. So I don't think she did say that you should let me see your hands. I think she just, I don't know what was going through her head. She just went in there and just shot him.
So, I mean, I didn't watch this trial because I had other things that I was doing, and I let everybody know I only watched a little bit towards the end. So what, I mean, were people trying to say that she had a vendetta against this guy because he made noise? Did someone try to insinuate that, and that she just tried to get rid of the noisy neighbor? Was that insinuated?
I think that was insinuated, but I don't think that's the case. I think she got off on the wrong floor and she was just trigger happy. And all her brain just went out of her head that she's culpable for what happened.
She's guilty of entering the wrong apartment and finding her weapon before considering other options. But you know, I mean, did they show you her apartment? Like exactly looking in through the door. Did they show you that during the trial?
I don't know.
Does anybody know if they did? Because I would say, right, you know, like we talked about when and other people did too, jumped in the same car that we thought was ours, right? And then you get in and it looks exactly the same. It's the same color seats, it's the same. But then in like a couple of minutes, you look around and this key doesn't fit, or maybe you notice something on the mirror that's not yours, right? But if she opens this door, okay, it's not like a hotel room where the furniture is exactly the same, right? It's going to be her furniture. So was her couch on the same wall? Did she have the same type of couch? Was she not able to see that, wait a second, this is not my apartment?
Mm.
Did she flick on the light like when she was going in? Did anybody ask her that? They didn't show her apartment, but she said it was much different. I think they should have. I think they should have opened her door exactly that way. It was dark. They did compare apartments. Okay, they did show her apartment, and it was much tidier. Is that what you're saying? Or tiny? I don't know.
Yes, I remember that. They did say she was very tidy. His was...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was a really heavy smell of weed. Oh, from his? They did a side-by-side comparison, and they are different but the same layout.
I think what swayed the jury to hand down a guilty of murder verdict was that she agreed that it's standing orders that she as a police officer is on duty 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
And she disregarded all of her training that informed her for their own, and they're taught this for their own safety, firstly, is to retreat and take cover and call for backup. She didn't do any of that. So all of any other factors around, was it her apartment or not her apartment, it kind of flies out the window, if that makes sense.
Right, and then...
It doesn't really strengthen her defence because she went against all her training and all rationale and
Mm-hmm.
being a police officer, she's expected to have a certain standard of behaviour.
Right. What gets to me, Alma says, is that she didn't perform CPR. I feel like she didn't want to touch him. Watch the end of the trial with the sentencing phase evidence from the prosecutor, Teresa says. Okay, Alicia says that's no excuse. She should have been in the job or in possession of a gun or that much power. Oh, she shouldn't have been in the job or in the possession of a gun or that much power. She got herself in trouble on the stand when she said she intended to kill him when she shot him. Had she not said that, she might have gotten manslaughter instead.
I didn't hear her say, like, all of her crying and feeling sorry. It came across to me as her feeling sorry for herself and her own predicament. She didn't say one thing about she was sorry for what she did to the victim. She was sorry for his family. She wished she could go back and change it. She didn't say anything like that.
No.
It all come across as it was all about how she was feeling for herself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether she lacks some maturity.
Well, she's 31 now, and so was this 2 years ago or 1 year?
1 year ago.
1 year ago, so she was 30. And how long had she been on the force?
I don't know.
Does anybody know how long she was on? The defense said she had tunnel vision and she didn't notice the difference between the apartments. 5 years. She was even on the wrong floor.
Can you imagine if she had tunnel vision while she's on duty?
Right, and was it a totally different... Yeah, was it a
Oh.
totally different doormat too? Like, there's just so many things walking up to, you know, did she have anything on their door? Like, there's just so many little things that you would notice, right? I don't know. I mean,
She had a red doormat, I believe.
she did not have a doormat. Okay, bright red doormat. Yeah, that's kind of weird, right? You'd be like, wait a minute, where'd this come from? The apartment number was illuminated outside of the door, and he had a red doormat. Huh. You can look it up right now, Juliana said. I don't know what you think Mac and Cheese says she was a moron and heartless. Team Phoenix said she should have backed away. Tori said, had she been drinking? No, they said. She was distracted by the text from her boyfriend, Sonia said.
I wonder how that marriage is going now.
Oh, yeah, right? I wonder, a year later, are they still together?
Yeah, exactly.
Does anybody know if those two are still married? She was texting while she was driving into the garage. And she didn't open the lights, right? And getting in. Isn't that a normal thing? Yeah, right? Absolutely. Plus, her neighbor had a huge plant as you turn the corner on her floor, and there's none on his floor. H. Ruby said.
That's right. I remember that, yeah.
Okay, the apartment number. He was watching his 50-inch TV, illuminating plenty of light.
I think he was watching the football.
She says she deleted her and her boyfriend's texts. They went out drinking after it happened, Sonia said. And Choking on Ashes says, I was worried she would get off. She thought she would. How do you explain the other 93 people who got off on the wrong floor and those who actually went into the wrong apartment as well? What 93 people? Well, do you know what she's talking about, 93 people?
I think there are a few people who testified that they
did the
had
same
gotten
thing
confused and gotten off at the wrong floor.
And what did they say, Karen? Did they say that? They didn't. The doors didn't open, right? So they're saying that there was a malfunction in his door, and you've gotten off the elevator on the wrong floor more times than you can count because you're looking at your phone or talking to someone. Oh, they did a survey in the building, Mac and Cheese? Okay. Texting so much that she pulled over in the garage to continue. And what did she say? Missed that one. Okay, and plus, at his level, he has a totally different outlook of what she saw on a regular basis. Coming home, she didn't have that view. You watched the cops trying to revive him, and it broke your heart. She did not raise a finger to save his life, says Kind Colorado. Okay, the boyfriend, Martin Rivera, married partner. She had sexting him 2 days after the murder. He is a 16-year cop with Dallas. Is he still married, Margie? He had just had his wisdom teeth removed. And this is the first time he was eating ice cream. They interviewed people in that apartment. 93 people went on the wrong floor and 46 went to the wrong apartment. It's reasonable to get to the wrong floor and even to the wrong apartment, but as soon as the door opened to the force of the key, it reasonably ended. Anyone can inadvertently get off on the wrong floor, but not noticing one's in the wrong apartment is total nonsense. You could never walk in not my home. You could never walk in something that was not your home, Danielle? But no one entered the wrong apartment, Stephanie said. Of course she didn't try. She shouldn't have tried to revive him, she'd be blamed for him dying?
She should have. No, I don't agree with that.
Karen McCann, but they realized they were in the wrong apartment when they saw the furniture and the people inside. They didn't kill anyone. Did any of them have a gun on them? Because Texas is you can carry, right, in Texas. So did any of them have a weapon on them? Of the ones that walked into the wrong apartment? One guy went into the wrong apartment and ran into the tenant and then apologized and walked out. Some of the door locks had a defect. They did not line up correctly, and that's why the door was slightly ajar. Bottom line, her instinct was to shoot and kill. There was no immediate danger. She was trigger happy. You live in Texas, Katrina says. She should have retreated, called for help, and assessed the situation. The EMS worked so hard on him, hard to watch. Did they sentence her? Not yet. It's in the punishment phase right now. The exit was right behind her. She could have left easily. She is completely unfit to be in law enforcement. And then Stephanie says, Tiffany, look at the mugshot. They're at the beginning of the pretrial pictures. It was a total makeover, and she still looks so old. Why kill in Alabama, open carry? Why kill? I'm in Alabama, open carry. Some people went into the wrong apartment not knowing for a few seconds that they were in the wrong, but did they have a firearm on them? But why didn't the 911 operator ask her to perform CPR? Alma says. She had social media posts poking fun at Martin Luther King's death. She wanted to cover up the crime by turning off the camera in her friend's cop car. I did not think she called 911, Teresa said. In Texas, all first responders must provide CPR. They face charges if they do not. Pokemon, that's good because that made me so angry. How dare they change the rules to suit them? I don't know what they're talking about there. What kind of crazy lady enters in an apartment she believes is being robbed when she had a radio to call dispatch and she could wait around the corner? Get a door decoration. Janelle says if all of the apartments look the same and you can read your unit number. She wasn't a first responder though. She was involved in a crime, Tracy B said. Dallas officers were trained to call for backup. She went against her training and decided to hunt down whom she believed was a criminal. She claimed a little CPR. She did a sternum rub because she saw EMTs do that before, and she testified she had never done CPR on a person before. Don't the police have to be, don't they have to be trained? CPR? Yeah, right? I mean, so yeah. She, just because she didn't do it, my daughter never did it on a person, and she saved some guy's life in a bike race last year. That's no excuse. So did my daughter train on a dummy, but someone's always got to do it on, oh, Zoe, be careful, baby. Somebody's always got to do it on a person first. Right? Don't think the jury liked her at all.
Anyway, I just wanted to just weigh in on it a little bit. It's been, I get a little bit frustrated when I'm typing things and it's...
Yeah, it's a lot, I know.
And spell check and all of this. And
yeah, no, I understand. No, it's great. It's great to have callers come on and talk about it. Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thanks for coming on.
Nice talking with you again.
Yes, absolutely. Anytime. All right, thanks.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Does it matter? Don't get...
I don't know how to hang up.
Oh, you don't know how to hang up? Let me see if I think I can get you out. Hold on. Let me just... Let's see.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. They tried to say that's what she did, but Fatherman is right. As if that not hers, the law is enormous. I say, Linda, you're awesome. Bye, Linda. Thanks, Linda. Nice lady. They said she did chest compressions with one hand and the phone in the other hand. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, good call. Right. It's a little CPR. He had a massive chest wound and lots of blood. You'll finish tomorrow, Kathy? Okay. Well, I'm going to go too because Zoe's here and I'm going to go spend some time with her. So thank you to our moderators and thanks all of you for coming, and we'll talk tomorrow. All right. Everybody take care. Have a good night, and I will get us out of here. Hold on, hopefully. Come on. There we go.